Rav Elimelech Milazinsk. You heard of him? Joe, you ever hear Rav Elimelech? Anyway, everybody understood that during the time, all the whole year his door was open to everybody. Everybody could come in, could get his advice, to get his beracha. But he had one tradition that he held when it came to the month of Elul. The month of Elul, the month right before Rosh Hashanah, he had a tradition, listen, no visitors, nothing. He has to concentrate before Rosh Hashanah. He has to concentrate himself, do introspection, make sure he's the tzaddik that he has to be before Rosh Hashanah, of course. In any case, there was a fellow, and he had a son that became a little bit insane, a little bit cuckoo. He got crazy, whatever happened. And he said, he has to go to Elul, he has to go. But everybody knew you don't bother the rabbi in Elul. Everybody knew you don't bother the rabbi in Elul, that's it, it's his time, leave him alone. Anyway, he said, this is an emergency, I have to go. Any case, he starts going. And as they're on the way, they see a poor man. Papa. The guy says to this wealthy man that was taking his son to Rav Elimelech, please, could I have money for this? So he says, no, in a rush, I have to take my insane son. I have to go right now to Rav Elimelech. I'm sorry, we can't stop. All of a sudden, his son that became insane started saying things that made sense. And he told his father, Daddy, why don't you give this gentleman, why don't you give him some money? He says, wow, my dear son, the first time you spoke normally, I'm going to give him. And he took out like a half of gold dinar, half a gold coin, and he threw it at the guy. And he said, the guy said, wow, thank you so much. He says, but where are you going? He said, I'm going to get a beracha from Elimelech Milazinsk for my son. He has to get better, he has to get well. He looks at him, he says, you don't see? First of all, it's known that Elimelech doesn't take any visitors right now. He's sitting down doing, he has to get ready for Rosh Hashanah, for this whole month of Elul. Tells him, yeah, but my son, emergency. He says, but you don't see his son, he's already healed. Look, he starts talking normally. He said to give me charity, he's normal. In any case, he left. He says, okay, he's going to Rabbi Elimelech. He gets to Rabbi Elimelech. And of course, he couldn't get in. You know, it's very, very hard. Shamosh, goodbye. They couldn't let him in. He sits down. He has a schedule. 1 month, he's sitting down, getting ready, preparing for Rosh Hashanah. He takes out 12 golden coins. A lot of money. And he gives it to the Rabbi Elimelech. He says, Rabbi, I don't want to disturb you, but this is for you. Please give me a beracha for my son. He looks at him, and he tells the father, I don't understand. Eliyahu Hanavi, you give him what? Half a golden coin. Me, you give me 12 golden coins? He says, what do you mean? He says, that man that you were meeting before wasn't a regular man. He was Eliyahu Hanavi himself. He says, you know what you know what people said about this story? He says, imagine Eliyahu Hanavi, they understood in Shamayim how important it is Elul. How important it is that a person should go ahead and work on himself and do what he has to do. He says, therefore, they sent Eliyahu Hanavi down to stop the guy, telling him, your son is totally healed. Don't go to get the beracha right now. Just sit down and focus on Elul and Rosh Hashanah and let the rabbis focus on Elul and Rosh Hashanah. Look at your introspection. How are you going to improve? You have 1 month before the new year. You have 1 month before that the person is going to get his decree for the entire year. It's not a joke. Rosh Hashanah is for the entire year. The Or Meir. You ever hear of the Or Meir? The Or Meir, he had a sister that begged him. Says, please, I know you take off for 1 month of Elul. Please, I beg you, my son's getting married. I need to be at my son's wedding. He says, but understand, my dear sister, I have 1 month. I have to prepare. Please, I beg you. My dear brother, come. He says, listen, I'm going to start to go. But if I see in Shemaim, signs from Shemaim that I should stay back, I'm going to stay back. Came the day, he's traveling to get to the wedding, and all of a sudden as he's traveling, he sees a young man hitting an older guy, knocking him down. You never listen, I told you listen. Oh my goodness, the old mayor stops, says, what are you doing to this old man? He says, leave me alone. He says, no, you can't hit this old man. And he starts saying, he tells the old man, says, this old man is my father. I'm hitting my father. He says, what? How could you do such a crazy thing? He said, let me tell you something. I go 1 month out of the year to plant our crops that we have a field so we could eat for the whole year. For Panasah, we could eat for the whole year. I told my father to take care of something. I had to come back emergency because I heard within this month when I was traveling to take care of the field, he wasn't doing his part that he has to do when I was away. And therefore, I had to teach him a lesson. It says, because if I don't teach him a lesson this way, then the whole year we're not going to be able to eat. Says, wow, the old man went back. He says, oh my goodness, I have a whole month to prepare in order so I could eat for the whole year. Says, you see, Rabotai, Elul is a time, ani dodi vedodi li. My beloved is to me, and to me is my beloved, meaning to say that Hashem is with us, extra special, and therefore, he says, the unity that we have to have with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we have to strive for greatness, especially this month. We have to do things beyond our limits. I know some people, they would go and they would do an extra hour of learning every Elul. I know more than people like that. Big Rabbanim, they would shut themselves up for a month from Elul to Rosh Hashanah. That's it. That's what they would do, is sit down and learn. See the Midot Tovot. Go over the year's time. How are you acting towards your wife? Go do an introspection. And then this month, improve yourself. How are you acting towards your neighbors? How? Oh, he moved the garbage to your side. He parked in your space. He did this. He did that. But how? Fine. There's no problem. You can tell your neighbor, but there's a way of telling your neighbor. How did you do it? Go through it. Huh? How'd you treat your parents this year? This month of Elul, I'm giving the most kibud dav va'em to my parents ever. I didn't. Is he married? How many times did you visit your parents over the year? Chacham Ovadia used to visit his in-laws, visit his parents. They want to see you. They want to kibud dav va'em. They want to see the grandkids. How many times did you visit your parents? Fine, you live far away. At least give them a phone call. You didn't give them a phone? At least give them a phone call. This Elul, I know, my sister-in-law, she gives my father-in-law a call every single Friday before Shabbat. My father-in-law's daughter, every Friday before Shabbat, gets on the call, hi daddy, I want to wish you Shabbat Shalom. And she's about 45, 43 years old. Every single Shabbat since she's married, she did not miss. That's what my father-in-law told me. My daughter calls me every single Shabbat, she did not miss. Wow, kibud dav va'em. Are we doing it the proper way? Now you have a whole month to improve what you did the past year. Now do it. You have a month to do it. Minyan, did you come to Minyan? This month, Bezrat Hashem, I'm going to come extra hard. What about the ladies? Oh, are they wearing tzniut? Okay, they're growing. We know you're growing. That's it. This month, I'm going to be extra cautious to what I wear to be tzniut this month. And like that, Borei Olam sees that you come improving the whole month. You come into Rosh Hashanah. Wow, you know what? I see the whole month. This is the way you prepared. The next year, I want to give you a beracha v'hatzlacha b'chol ma'aseh yedechem.